Hello, 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 all the King's men. Welcome to another Friday assessment. Yes, yes, let's celebrate because we have made it across another week. Yes, you are blessed because you made it across another week. You're blessed. You are blessed that you are able to assess. You are blessed because you made it through everything that you had to deal with this week. And you can look back upon your experiences and say that, you know what, I am better because I went through this week. I am better because I learned something this week. I learned something about myself this week. Look, that's what the Friday assessments are all about. It is about learning about yourself. It's about learning, who am I? You know, we've been talking about who am I, and we've been talking about fight for who I am. Now we got to know, what success are you fighting for? You know, because you want to achieve, you want to have success in certain areas, but what success are you fighting for? I must ask that question. What success are you fighting for? Are you fighting after the worldly success, or are you fighting for the things that will last eternal? Yes, that's why we're doing the Friday assessments. That's why we got to look at the areas that we're having success in and the areas that we're not having success in. And often we'll find that our priorities, where is the heart at in those things? So we're going to talk about fighting for the things of God. And we think about our brother Joshua. What happened? Joshua was now in the place when we go over there and we see that brother Moses had passed on, and now it was time for Joshua to step up. Yes. And what happened? God came and spoke to the man of God. He told him what? In what? Verse 8, I believe it, over there in chapter 1. He said, if you follow my commandments, you'll have good success. Okay. Follow my commandments. And we've been talking about, doing the assessment, what areas are you having success in, what areas you're not having success in. Usually when you look at the areas that you're having success in, it's usually, you're actually following something, you're actually obeying something, whether it's a plan or rather it's the commands of God. That's why I brought that up, because God told Joshua, you want to experience success? Follow my commands. But the success that he was going to be experiencing was an eternal success. There were some successes that he was going to experience that wasn't even a natural ability. It was because he was being obedient to the one that gave him the command. So when we look at the areas that we're not experiencing what we call success in, what is the root of the thing? Why do you want success? Why do you want success in that area? That's where it comes the contrast. The areas that you're having success in, areas that you're not having success in. Those are two total what you call contrasts. I mean, they go into two total, they look different. Meaning that these things are going in two opposite ways. Are you having success in those other areas because your heart is in the right place? Because you do know that God will not allow you to have success in the area if your heart's not in the right place. Yes, that's why it's so important to assess. Yeah, we talk about the assessment as in making the necessary adjustments and looking at the areas that you have success in, and let's duplicate those areas. Let's duplicate those areas in the areas of your life that you're not having success in. But if you don't have the right purpose, the right motives, you're not going to experience the success on the God type level. You're going to experience it according to the word, but it's what we call vanity. It's like a vapor. Y'all know how the word tells us this life is but a vapor. It's here one day and the next minute is gone. That's how this world is vanity. The thing that you see, it's not real. It's going to pass away. The only thing that's real, the only thing that's going to last is eternal life. That's why I said the thing that you do for Christ will last. Why? Because it's going to go beyond this life. So when we look at this, we got to fight for God's success, the God type of success. And if you want to know what that is, go look over there at what Joshua was doing when God said, follow my commandments. That means that he had to treat people right. He had to lead people in the right way. He had to have those God type of motives, because we know in the Old Testament what happened. We had great kings. They did what? They started out with the right motives. They started out with the right motives and they experienced good success. But what happened? They experienced all that success and they got in themselves. They got selfish. That's where we got to realize that we cannot get selfish. That's why in the assessment, I pray to God that those selfish motives would show up. When you look at and assessing yourself, that the selfish motives will show up so that you can say, you know what? I got to get rid of this thing. Why? Because it's not adding to my success. It's not adding to a better me. It's not adding to who God called me to be. But that's where I want you to get to, because when you follow the commandments and you're experiencing good success, or you're desiring success, do the check, do the necessary check. What type of success are you desiring? Are you desiring the worldly success, or are you desiring the godly success? Are you trying to get success on the world terms, but then trying to be in God at the same time? It don't work. It can't mix. It's all in water. They will not mix. They will always separate. That's what all in water is. They will always separate. It's not what you call a mixture, meaning that the makeup of it, they wasn't made to mix. God and the world was not made to mix. So when you do the assessment this week, I need you to really think about this, because anytime, even when you're in coaching or you're in mentoring, when you're trying to help someone, you cannot help them if you don't know their true motive. You don't know their pure motive. When you know their motive, then you can help. Why? Because when you help, you know why the stumbling blocks is there. You can start to identify the stumbling blocks. So all the king's men, I urge you today, check your motives. What success are you fighting? Are you fighting for God's success, or are you fighting for the worldly success? I really need you to know. I need those things to line up with who am I? Fight for who you are. Then I need you to fight for God's success. What are your motives? So all the king's men, I urge you, do the Friday assessment. Fight for God's success. Get your motives in the right place. Point them in the right direction. So all the king's men, I thank you for joining in this week. I pray that this week was blessed, and I pray that next week is even greater. And I urge you to drop me some comments in the comment section below. If this video bless you, drop a comment down there. If there's something that you have a question about, something that you don't understand, drop a comment in below. Because this is about helping men have good success, because we are all the king's men, and we all should desire to be a man of the king. So all the king's men, you be blessed. I pray that you have a great day, a great weekend, and an even greater week to come. Be blessed.